Moved by the Vice Mayor, second?
Second.
Seconded by Commissioner Amoroso. All those in favor state so by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Consent agenda. Moved by Vice Mayor, second?
Second.
Seconded by Commissioner Amoroso. All those in favor state so by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously.
No, I,
Oh, I'm sorry.
for the names,
Sorry, nay? I thought that one. Okay. Motion carries 4-1 with Commissioner McBoyd dissenting. Then we're moving on to new business. This is item 12A. City Attorney, would you read the ordinance, please?
Thank you. Ordinance number 2017-01 of the City of Lake Worth, Florida, calling for a referendum of the qualified electors of the City of Lake Worth to be held on March 14, 2017, as to whether the City of Lake Worth Charter shall be amended in the following respects. Amend Section 2 of Article 3 to apply to the March 2018 general election and to apply to all elections thereafter, so that the commissioners and the mayor shall be elected to 3-year terms, providing requisite ballot language for submission to the voters, providing a severability clause, providing that conflicting ordinances are repealed, and providing an effective date.
On to the motion.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Second. We have any public comment cards?
I do not have any cards on the phone right now.
Okay, seeing there are none, all those in favor? Sorry.
Public comment on the election term schedule.
It might be in that file.
Yeah, please, when you're doing the cards, put the numbers of the items.
Well, the problem is it says non-agenda.
That's why I handed it back to you.
The pay item.
Yeah, it's very confusing.
Was it yours or
What did you want to
Teresa's?
speak on, Marty?
Relating to the schedule and the length of terms.
That's 12A. All right.
That's this item.
Sorry.
Am I up or later?
You're up.
I'm up. Okay, thank you. Marty Wellfeld, 829 North Lakeside Drive. Yes, I certainly agree we should look at and approve a new term of office because Lake Worth just has entirely too many elections. They're happening every year, costs the city money. 3 years sounds good, 4 years sounds better. If we go to a staggered 4-year term, where we have the mayor and 2 commissioners elected in one group and 2 years later, the other 2 commissioners, we then have an election every other year. Give the public a break. First of all, the longer your term, the less of it is dedicated towards campaigning for re-election. So that's a real positive for the city. And I think that you really should consider the 4-year term. It's just plain logical. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Boyd?
Yeah, I certainly consistent with other comments I've made over the years being here. I have no problem putting items up for the community to vote on. I think that's always a good idea. I have not had any comments from people in the public, from my constituents. I don't know if I've ever had any asking for a longer terms. It's not something that I hear about. So I have a little hesitation that's responding to a public request, but maybe other people are hearing that. The thing that I do hear from the public from time to time is, do we have any term limits, and should we maybe have some term limits? Seems to me that's something we might want to consider, because am I correct that we do not have it? Yeah, we do not. So I would think that that's perhaps a more responsive to what the community is interested in. And could I ask also for clarification for the public's benefit and our benefit, when would this take effect?
It's for March 2018, for that election. That's a 3-year term would take effect.
Okay, because I did raise the issue a while back that we shouldn't vote ourselves longer terms. That seems rather inappropriate. I guess that provides a degree of separation from it. I'd probably move it out another year, but okay, fine.
And it's 3 years, is that what it is?
At the moment, it's 3 years.
Yes. I'm just always mixed on this. I mean, I see it from both sides of the fence. I think there are good reasons and positive and negative reasons for both, to be really quite honest with you. As for myself, I have no preference over it. The hardest part is the learning process, I would say, and I've said that of anybody who's elected at first, when you're first getting here, the learning curve on just learning governmental accounting and budgeting and going through the process of that first year is a bear. Because all the things you think you can do as a resident or a business person, once you get in and you're learning how things are actually done, it's a good adjustment period. It's at least a year adjustment period of learning and getting up to speed. And then again, also having to go through an election every year is just really, it changes the flavor of how business gets done, and whenever when we're constantly interrupted by politicking when there's really a lot of work to be done. So I see the positives and negatives. Whatever you guys decide in a vote, we offer it up to you, and you let us know what you'd like us to do. I'm good with whatever you decide. Commissioner on the other side.
I hear a lot from the community, 3 years or 4 years, and I hear a lot more from 4 years. The motion that was brought to us was 3 years. At this time, I'd like to amend my motion to 4 years.
Do you get a second on that?
Okay.
All right. Motion fails for lack of a second. Okay.
Then I'll bring my motion back to 3 years.
Okay. Did you have a second on that?
We did that.
This is just to put it on the ballot, folks. This is not voting for it. This is for the people to vote on it for 3 years.
Second.
Second. Okay. And we had public comment. Card, did you have another comment, Commissioner Meyer?
Just to tag on to some of the other comments, I like the idea of putting this out there for public vote. I'm glad that we don't have to make this decision for ourselves, so let us know what you think. Thank you.
Got a motion on the floor in a second. All those in favor state so by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Thank you all.